Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day. Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
I had two questions.
Yes.
The first one would be if you could explain the concept of maturity.
Maturity. All right. And the second?
Is there such thing as soulmates?
Let us begin with the second. Is there such a thing as soulmates? Yes and no. No in the sense that it isn't always what you think it is in the way that many of you define that idea, and yes, in that sometimes it is, but it is also many other things. In other words, it is, in some circumstances, true that different individuals have created for themselves a particular vibrational match in the idea of another soul. Sometimes that is actually even a split off of the same oversoul. Doesn't always have to be, but it can be. But the idea of a soulmate in that context is still, vibrationally speaking, that soul that will, for whatever time period, best reflect to the other person in the relationship whatever it is that person needs to know about themselves to become the fullest representation of their being that they possibly can, and that person reflects the same back to the other. Thus, in that context, while it may be possible to set up very specific interactions and relationships in life that are representative of what you classically call a soulmate energy, you can also understand that from the definition we have given you, anyone that you interact with at any given moment is a type of soulmate, because they're the person that needs to be in your life at that moment. They're the person standing in front of you at that moment, reflecting to you at that moment the things you need to know at that moment to be your fullest self, if you use it that way. So in a sense, a soulmate can even be someone that you may call, quote unquote, an enemy, because they may be putting you in a position of having to look at certain things within yourself, face certain things, examine certain things within yourself that actually ultimately serves you in the best possible positive way. It's up to you to use every relationship in a soulmate fashion in order to extract from it all of the energy and information that will actually truly serve you to become your fullest self, and simultaneously reflect back to the other all the things that will allow them also, all the opportunities that will allow them also to choose to be their fullest self. And when you use relationships for that purpose, in that way, as reflections to allow, to support all others in the relationship, to give them the best possible example and the best possible opportunity to become their fullest self without condition of what that may mean, then you are functioning in that relationship, to answer your first question, in the most mature way possible. Does that answer both questions for you? Maturity is the ability to truly see, to truly serve, to truly know what is going on for the best of all concerned, and to trust and allow the synchronicity in your life to unfold in a way that you know is actually serving everyone best, including you. So that there are no need for the idea of desperation. There are no needs for the idea of neediness. There are no needs for the idea of imposing your ideas on someone else or trying to control anyone, because you know you're already self-empowered, and you already know that the greatest power requires the gentlest touch. And thus then, when you force something on someone in any way, shape, or form, you're actually saying you don't believe in the power of what you say you believe in. So the idea of maturity is to have a broader perspective and an understanding of the nature and structure of existence and your relationship to it and within it and to each other, knowing you are all connected and all reflections like mirrors for each other, to allow each of you to become who you are as fully as you possibly can. And that will create a world of mature adults. Does that make some sense to you?
Yes, definitely.
Does that help?
Yes.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.